Andy.
Jimbo. Good to see you, mate.
Looking fresh.
Welcome.
Nice hair.
Welcome. Welcome to the band crack.
Music was never a choice. I will be writing songs until the day I die because it's what I have to do. We're a little bit experimental, a little bit cinematic, a little bit ambient, maybe slightly psychedelic, just like putting little bits of tendrils in kind of these post-punk feels. Yeah, and that's who we are. That's what we do. Check.
Yeah, the way that Soaphead came together fascinates me to this day. I met Andy on the streets while I was busking just to like get money through the COVID period.
I just bumped into him and had a yarn for a while. Eventually, we had some jams. Our biggest problem was like our jam would just get slower and slower and slower to the point where we were almost at like 0 BPM.
Andy wanted to do a music video and put this like slapdash like Gumtree ad up.
Anyway, Joel emailed me from that ad, and he's actually like a fairly accomplished cinematographer.
And they did a little music video. But then from that, he was like, I'd like to play drums one day.
He'd barely even played drums before, definitely never played in a band before. We were just given this straight hip hop beat. And then over the top of that, me and Jim started jamming this more doomy music, but it kept the tempo up. Anthony put up a Facebook ad, Jim put up the ad, I'm not sure, but somehow those guys met on the internet and they were like, oh, we both love David Lynch. And that's how they bonded, talking about Twin Peaks and, you know, like that whole soundtrack still inspires the music we write today.
We're four pretty distinctively different people. Like looking at Andy, he's a Christian. He's lived a life, he's gone through some things. Andy and I have connected a lot because I think we're both pretty willing to get ourselves into like some dire times. We're both risk takers, which is pretty juxtaposed to say Anthony, who's like a safety boy. We all seem to have like very deep personal ideologies, but instead of like being within an echo chamber, which I can only assume a lot of friend groups or bands or whatever are, we kind of are like very juxtapositioned from one another and just like ping off each other like, I can't believe that's where you're coming from. I think there's something in that, like I've never had that in other bands.
It's incredible just the way a nice piece of music can entirely change how you feel on the inside and entirely change like where your heart is or your mindset or your mood. Making music is a very healthy way to process the things that are going on in life. And so maybe, you know, our music is very dark. It's very broody. Everyone falls in love once, and the first time it's so strong, so powerful, so extreme. I just happen to be one of the people that doesn't get to stay with their first love. there was this cherry farm where you can go and pitch a tent and just work every day for the whole season. That's where I met her. True love on Cherry Hill. About 3 years of pure romance, then everything fell apart. Taking us like a young boy's heart and just ripping the naivety out of it, it hurts. When she got her diagnosis, I'd already moved to Brisbane. We were long broken up, but very close friends. And for a while, no one believed her, and everyone thought she was making it up. No one knows the truth of what really happened. All we know is that she did die of blood cancer in the end. So the wound on Arterial, it doesn't have rhythm. The delivery of the vocals is very raw, almost kind of rough.
We held each other's eyes into eternity, and I've been back there. So many times I've been back there. Now the sickness is in my head with all our memories of the cheap wine gladness and times I wish would never end.
4 years since she died, and so it's taken me that long to finally put pen to paper and put something out about it. But because the song had no real structure and it lacked poppiness so much, and it was a raw, like 9-minute spiel of musical emotion, I just thought it was a great opportunity to finally choose some words that reflect the experience of loving someone that has died of cancer. You know, I guess at such a young age, like my grandpa died of cancer as well, but when you're 70, it hits differently to when this girl is like 27, you know. I'm just gonna have one more beer before I go in and start paying for beers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Everyone's psyched. Like, I am a little bit nervous about this one, but it's definitely going to be amazing no matter what happens. The reason I feel slightly nervous is because like 50% of what I play for each of the songs is generally improvised every time. Everyone else has their notes very written out, I'm pretty sure. They play it pretty much the same every time. There's something about the first time you play something, it always sounds 1,000 times better than when you play something, learn it, and then play it again. Hi guys, welcome. All right, we're Soaphead, lardy, lardy, lardy. We got some songs, yeah.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about the album now that there's been a bit of distance from it all happening?
Still not enough distance.
Need some time?
Yeah. Good feedback though. Possibly the most positive gig experience I've ever had.
Yeah,
That's awesome,
really
man.
good. The sound was really good.
Yeah.
Did you see we got on the chart show
Top
yesterday?
20.
What? You're kidding.
Yeah, that's what
Top 20 what?
at the gig yesterday, Darcy was like, so bad at top 20 for Drill Z. I was like, fuck yeah.
And that feeling where like we finish and then there's like a lineup of people who are like ecstatic.
The feedback is a nice part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good or bad, or
in the middle.
Well, most gigs we've played, I've had either zero feedback or one person has been like, hey,
It feels like we're in the dark and we have to just like ask someone like, was it
Was that
okay?
good?
There's always one person who's like fanatic and they're like, that's amazing, but it's like, it's hard to, it's hard to believe a single fanatic.
But if you get multiple compliments, then you know it was a good show. Had a few people say The Wound was their favourite song.
Yep. I've mostly had people say that.
Makes me feel better about myself.
Feels good.
When your head hits the ground and your body's got a control. When your head hits the ground and your body's got a control. When your head hits the ground and your body's got a control.
There's a magic that happens in like jamming where it is like you access that realm of conscious and subconscious dancing together, and I think we've all learnt each other's languages enough for it to just like naturally manifest in its own way.
Music shapes life experience so profoundly, crosses all language barriers, and it speaks straight to the heart faster than any words could. It's like the story, you know, of Bilbo, and he's like, be careful going out your door, because if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you'll be swept off to. I feel like it's kind of the same as that with music. You just start writing songs, you join a band, it becomes you. There's so many other things that I could have done with my life. Could have been a dentist or a scientist or a doctor, or done something more meaningful or at least more common. But yeah, once it grabs you, that's it. There's no going back after that. You're a musician and you're going to be making music forever. There is no choice.